Avatar: The Last Airbender has been released. How's the secondary market reacting? Find out in this all-new episode of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. This video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now you can order Avatar: The Last Airbender products, pre-order Lorwyn Eclipse products, or find a vast number of other great items on their website. Remember, shipping is free in the US if your order is over $100 or consists only of singles. Just look in the description or comment section below for direct links to their site. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to another edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. As I said in the cold open, Avatar: The Last Airbender is out, and as expected is moving card prices this week. We won't be looking at the values of any cards from the new set just yet since they just came out on Friday, but in future episodes they will be on the list when applicable. We will, however, be looking at the top 15 hot cards and top 15 cold cards this week instead of our regular 10 of each, since the market continues to be volatile. As always, our lists are based on two pieces of criteria: the percentage change in the value of the cards, as well as the change in the number of sales from week to week. We'll quickly look at the cold cards and then spend a little more time on the cards moving up in price. Before we get into it though, just a couple fast things. I do want to say thank you to one of our viewers who gave a Super Thanks tip last week, and that is Swampy Boy. Swampy Boy, thank you for all your generous Super Thanks tips, and thank you for all your support in general for the channel, stopping by the streams. I appreciate all of it. Thank you very much. And I also want to say thank you to one of our gold patrons, and that is Thomas Wright. Thomas, thank you for your long-time support on Patreon. It really does go a long way. I could not do this without viewers like yourself, Thomas. Thank you again so much for that support. And now, without any further ado, let's get into it. We'll begin with the top 15 coldest cards of the week. Now, a week ago, stores got a restock of several Magic items, including Tarkir Dragonstorm and Final Fantasy products. You'll again see some cards moving down because of the additional copies entering the marketplace from that recent restock. Anyway, let's get into it with number 15, Gwenum Remorseless, down $1 to $7.90. That's an 11% decrease. This has been getting a good amount of Commander play since it came out, but a lot of Marvel Spider-Man product has been opened recently. Many of the key cards like Gwenum are sliding down this week due to high quantities in circulation. Number 14, Ketramos, The New Dawn. This is down $1.01 to $7.99. That's an 11% decrease as well. This continues to get some Commander play and a tad bit of Standard play, but Ketramos was the most overhyped card from Aether Drift, so it continues to move down. Number 13, Anti-Venom Horrifying Healer, down $1.05 to $9.01. That's a 10% decrease. Another solid Commander card from Marvel Spider-Man moving down due to the quantities available in the marketplace. Number 12, Eumidian Hatchery, down $1.13 to $3.25. That's a 26% decrease. This is from the Edge of Eternity's World Shaper Commander deck. It saw Commander play as many expected, but Eumidian Hatchery recently took off because of its presence in Legacy. It's been in Lone Pox and Mono Black Pox there. Like Marvel Spider-Man though, lots of Edge of Eternity's products have been opened, so this is sliding down some. Number 11, Lightning, Army of One, down $1.50 to $10. It's a 13% decrease. This is a good Commander card that came out of Final Fantasy, but a week ago stores got a restock of Final Fantasy products, so Lightning slides down some this week. Coming in at number 10 for the second week in a row, Colossal Grave Reaver, down $1.66 to $6.42. That's a 21% decrease. This is from the Tarkir Dragonstorm Saltire Risen Commander deck. A week ago, Tarkir Dragonstorm Commander decks were restocked at stores, so several key cards like this one have been moving down. Number 9, Tectonic Break, down $1.72 to $7.05. That's a 20% decrease. This One Pert Wonder heated up a little bit recently since some players wanted it to upgrade the Edge of Eternity's World Shaper Commander deck. Now though, the market is moving on and this is sliding down. Coming in at number 8, Zask Skittering Swarmlord, down $2.29 to $28.99. That's a 7% decrease. This card has been hot because of all the land synergy that has been appearing in recent Magic sets. Many were getting Zask to upgrade the Edge of Eternity's World Shaper Commander deck too. Even though there are more cards in Avatar that play well with Zask, it is sliding down some this week as the market moves on. Coming in at number 7, Passionate Archaeologist, down $2.39 to $24. That's a 9% decrease. This is the foil copy from the Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate Exit from Exile Commander deck. It is a solid Commander card that recently saw more play in the format and builds around cards like Tanic Steadfast Second from Edge of Eternities and Firelord Zuko from Avatar The Last Airbender. However, Passionate Archaeologist just got reprinted in the Sony Uncharted Secret Lair, so this original copy is sliding down. 2 weeks ago, this was number 10 on the hot list. A week ago, it peaked at number 2. Last week, it arrived on the cold list at number 6, and that's where it remains this week. Thieving Varmint is down 253 to 912. That's a 22% decrease. This is from the Outlaws of Thunder Junction Grand Larceny Commander deck. Recently, it had been getting additional Commander play and decks around a couple new cards, causing it to spike. Those cards were Nathan Drake Treasure Hunter from the Sony Uncharted Secret Lair, and to a lesser degree Black Cat Cunning Thief from Marvel Spider-Man. However, more copies of this have hit the marketplace due to the higher price point, and now demand is beginning to be satisfied, so Thieving Varmint moves down again this week. Moving down one spot this week to number 5, Taval's Judgment, down 389 to 797, that's a 33% decrease. This is from the Tarkir Dragonstorm Sultai Arisen Commander deck, and it's another card moving down because of this product restock. Number 4, Sliver Grave Mother, down 441 to 1259, that's a 26% decrease. This is the foil copy from the Commander Master Sliver Swarm deck. It spiked aggressively back when Thrumming Hivepool from Edge of Eternities was previewed. However, we quickly learned that there were no other Sliver support cards in the set, and this has been declining back down in recent weeks. Coming in at number 3, Parallax Tide, down 476 to 2994, that's a 14% decrease. This is a good 1v1 dual commander card, and it's huge in the pre-modern format. Parallax Tide has been increasing in price recently due to the play it's been seeing, but this week it retracts some since more copies have gone up for sale. A week ago, this was number 4 on the hot list. Last week it was number 2. This week it joins the cold list at number 2. Dystopia, down 498 to 2999, that's a 14% decrease. This reserve list card has been getting a good amount of pre-modern play, which is why it's been hot. In fact, the deck that came in first at the pre-modern event at Spanish Nationals a couple weeks ago was a mono black build running 3 copies of Dystopia in the sideboard. Dystopia is a key sideboard card for mono black decks in a meta that runs a lot of green and white enchantments. It's moving down now though, as lots of copies have hit the marketplace as sellers try to take advantage of the higher price point. And moving up one spot to number 1 this week, Screaming Nemesis, down 550 to 1188, that's a 32% decrease. This has been moving down because it was banned in Standard a week ago. Screaming Nemesis still sees play in Pioneer, Regular Commander, and 1v1 Dual Commander, but it's still trying to find its new price point post-Standard banning. Alright, now time for the main event, the top 15 hottest cards of the week. Let's begin with number 15. Kabira Evangel, up $1.01 to $5, that's a 25% increase. This would appear in Commander General Tazri Commander builds, but you know why this is climbing now. Avatar The Last Airbender has brought a ton of support for allies. In fact, Kabira Evangel is appearing in new Commander decks around a bunch of cards from the main set. The biggest one is Sokka Tenacious Tactician, but other builds where you see Kabira Evangel include ones led by Katara the Fearless, Avatar Aang/Aang Master of Elements, Iroh T-Master, and Appa Steadfast Guardian. Coming in at number 14, God Eternal Kefnet from War of the Spark. It goes up $1.07 to $4.41. That's a 32% increase. Sometimes you would see this in Commander builds around in Hello the Painter, but now some new cards are pushing God Eternal Kefnet's price. It's getting additional Commander play in the partner decks around Atreus Impulsive Son and Kratos Stoic Father from the Sony God of War Norse Secret Lair, and to a lesser degree, it's in builds around Wan Shi Tong All-Knowing from the Avatar The Last Airbender Jumpstart set. Number 13, Thunderclap Drake. This is up $1.18 to $6.55. That's a 22% increase. This is from the Outlaws of Thunder Junction Quick Draw Commander deck. It can appear in Commander builds around Stella Lee Wildcard from its Precon and Riku of Many Paths, for example, but now this is jumping because it too is getting additional Commander play. Thunderclap Drake has great synergy with its new Commander from the Avatar The Last Airbender main set, Iroh Grand Lotus. Number 12, Myojin of Seeing Winds. This is up $1.41 to $6.56. That's a 27% increase. This has been appearing sometimes in commander decks around Joda Archmage Eternal, but recently a card from Marvel's Spider-Man has caused this to jump. Some players are including this in their commander builds around Peter Parker / Amazing Spider-Man. Not only does Amazing Spider-Man allow you to cast Myojin of Seeing Winds for just a green, white, and blue as long as you return a tapped creature to your hand, but it also creates opportunities for you to bounce it back to your hand so you can play it again for multiple activations. Number 11, Planar Nexus, up $1.49 to $4.71. That's a 46% increase. This is from the Modern Horizons 3 Tricky Train commander deck. Legacy is the key driver for its spike. The recent Banned and Restricted List update cleared the path for a few decks that run Planar Nexus, including mostly Blue Cloudpost, which is performing very well, as well as Mystic Forge Combo and Green Cloudpost. This also appears in Vintage Mono Green Eldrazi. Additionally, you see Planar Nexus in regular as well as 1v1 dual commander decks. In dual commander, it's often in builds around Azusa Lost But Seeking, and in regular commander, it's in decks around Omo Queen of Vesuva from its precon, and Uelect Fused Atrocity, for example. Quickly before we get to our top 10, just a fast reminder, this video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now, you can order Avatar The Last Airbender products there, you can pre-order Lorwyn Eclipse products, or you can find any number of other great items on their website, magic related or otherwise. Remember, if your order is over $100 or consists only of singles, shipping will be free in the United States. And if you're looking for a direct link to their site, just check out the description or the comment section below. I do have links posted in both of those places. And now, without any further ado, let's get to the top 10. Coming in at number 10, Terra Eternal, up $1.60 to $7.19. That's a 29% increase. Traditionally, this one-print wonder would appear in some commander builds around Noyan Dar Royal Shaper, but now Terra Eternal is spiking because of the additional commander play it's seeing thanks to Avatar The Last Airbender. This is great with the earthbending mechanic, and lots of commander players are putting it in their decks built around Toph the First Metalbender from the Avatar main set. Number 9, Pain Distributor, up $1.61 to $5.35. That's a 43% increase. This is from the March of the Machine Tinker Time commander deck. It's been in commander builds around Knuckles the Echidna and the Lord of Pain, but a new card is pushing the price here now. This is great in commander builds around Jaws Relentless Predator from the Jaws Terror of Amity Island Secret Lair. A week ago, this was number 10. Last week it climbed to number 9, and this week it makes it to number 8, Hedron Detonator. It's up $1.88 to $8.87. That's a 27% increase. This had been seeing just a little bit of commander play in builds around Pia Nalar, Council of Revival, and Gimbal Gremlin Prodigy, for example. Now though, a familiar new Secret Lair card is pushing Hedron Detonator's price. Many players want a copy of this for their new commander builds around Jaws Relentless Predator from the Jaws Terror of Amity Island Secret Lair. Number 7, Ashling Flame Dancer, up $1.93 to $6.49. That's a 42% increase. This has been in a few commander builds like ones around Feather the Redeemed and Storm Force of Nature, but Ashling is jumping now because of the fire bending mechanic from Avatar The Last Airbender. It's appearing in several commander decks around new cards. The biggest one is Fire Lord Azula, but Ashling Flame Dancer is also in decks around Ozai the Phoenix King, Fire Lord Zuko, and Iroh Grand Lotus from the main set, as well as Zuko Firebending Master from the Avatar Jumpstart set. Coming in at number 6, Go-Shintai of Life's Origin, up $2.45 to $10.14. That's a 32% increase. This was one of the set booster commander cards from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. It's been a fairly popular commander, and it's in the 99 of builds around Marina Vendrell and Sisay Weatherlight Captain. Now though, some new shrines and shrine support cards from Avatar The Last Airbender are pushing Go-Shintai's price. First, let's look at the new shrines found in the Avatar main set. We have Southern Air Temple, the Spirit Oasis, Northern Air Temple, Crescent Island Temple, and Kyoshi Island Plaza. Next, here are some support cards for shrines in the main set: Aang's Journey, Guru Pathik, and White Lotus Hideout. However, the single card driving Go-Shintai of Life's Origin's price increase the most is from the Avatar Jumpstart set, and that is Heibai Forest Guardian. Go-Shintai of Life's Origin is appearing in commander decks around this legendary creature. Will it rise to the top? Right now, coming in at number 5, Cream of the Crop. It's up 356 to 2467. That's a 17% increase. We got quite a streak going here. This is a Morning Tide rare that has yet to be reprinted, so I think it might be time for my one per video. You might know that during this time period in Magic, there was a recession in the game, and less packs of Morning Tide and some other sets were cracked. Due to the lower supply, some of these cards, especially the rares that have not yet been reprinted, tend to spike when there's some attention on them. So why are people paying attention to this one now? It has been in a few Commander builds, like the ones around Mael the Anima and Pantlaza's Unfavored, for example. Now though, I'm seeing some players adding Cream of the Crop to ally-centric Commander decks around a few different cards from Avatar the Last Airbender. The new Commanders include Sokka Tenacious Tactician, Aang Swift Savior / Aang and La Ocean's Fury, and Katara the Fearless from the main set, as well as Mei and Zuko from the Avatar Tea Time at the Jasmine Dragon theme box. We'll have to see if these decks stay popular, but right now they're causing Cream of the Crop to rise to the top. Coming in at number 4, Tidal Barracuda of 382 to 999, that's a 62% increase. This is from the Commander 2020 Enhanced Evolution deck. It has been getting a little bit of Commander play. Sometimes you might see it in builds around Otrimi the Ever Playful or Zexara the Exemplary, for example. However, in a shocking turn of events, this too is moving up in price because it's seeing additional Commander play in decks around a new card from the Avatar The Last Airbender set. Many are putting Tidal Barracuda in their Firelord Azula Commander builds. Number 3, Keranos God of Storm, Storm Journey into Nyx. This is up 642 to 1072. That's a 149% increase if you're doing the math at home. This has been a fairly popular commander and it's been in the 99 of a few builds like Child of Alara and Nicol Bolas the Ravager, for example. Now though, it's getting more commander play thanks to a couple new cards, hence the price increase. Keranos God of Storms is appearing in commander decks around the partner commanders, Atreus Impulsive Son, and Kratos Stoic Father from the Sony God of War Norse Secret Lair. Coming in at number 2, Braid of Fire. The Cold Snap copy goes up 487 to $29.99. That's a 19% increase. The Mystery Booster Retail Edition copy, which only comes in foil, that's up 748 to $27.47. That's a 37% increase. This has been in Ashling the Pilgrim Commander decks, but recently several new cards have caused Braid of Fire to see more Commander play. Again, that's the reason for the price increase. Recently, Braid of Fire began appearing in Commander builds around Electro Assaulting Battery from Marvel Spider-Man, and now it's in decks around a few Avatar The Last Airbender cards as well. The main one is Ozai the Phoenix King, but it's also in decks around Firelord Azula from the main set, and Zuko Firebending Master from the Avatar Jumpstart set. And finally, coming in at number 1 is Norin the Wary, the Time Spiral copy of 361 to 1111, that's a 48% increase, and the Mystery Booster Retail Edition copy, again only comes in foil, is up $10.30 to $18 for a 130% increase. This is still a fairly popular commander, and it's been found in the 99 of a few builds, like Rocco Cabrera Caterer and Perforos God of the Forge, for example. The reason Norin is spiking now though is because it's seeing more commander play in decks around a card from Avatar The Last Airbender. You guessed it, it's Firelord Azula. And that's going to do it for another edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. Now tomorrow I'm going to be doing an MTG Arena stream. We're going to draft some Avatar, so make sure you have your notifications on so you know when we do go live. Probably late morning, early afternoon tomorrow. And another programming note, next week I'm not going to do a Market Watch video or a live stream because it is a holiday weekend, Black Friday weekend. When I've done videos in the past during that time, nobody's watched them. So we'll just pick it up a week later and I will see you all again then. Until next time though, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon and have a great day.